you can't trust him. Ooh, the god of mischief is around. What's going on, guys? My name is Leo Rydell. Welcome to Geekly Goods, and I am so very excited to talk about Loki today. I had the chance to view the first 2 episodes. Big shout out to Disney Plus for sending me those episodes a little bit ahead of time. So guys, I am so excited to talk some Loki, because let me tell you, by the time I hit that second episode, man, I was really enjoying what I had seen, you guys. But before we dive into the review for Loki, hook your boy up with that HBO special. Y'all know what that is? That's the Elbow Brother Al special. Hit that subscribe button, ding that bell, and hit like on this video for videos on the latest in movies, TV shows, anime, with a little sprinkle of gaming in there as well, you all. Guys, I am so excited to talk about this today, and I promise you, by the time we hit the next episode, I will come up with a green screen intro for this one like I did WandaVision. But let's dive into Loki, y'all. What a cool, mysterious series this is thus far. So let's start out with what works. And what really works, of course, is Tom Hiddleston as Loki. I mean, seriously, he embodies this role. When I think characters that fit the roles, I think Tony Stark as Iron Man, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and Tom Hiddleston as Loki. He does an excellent job of embodying the god of mischief. Look, he is quippy, he's witty, he's funny, but at the same time, he is that usual Loki that feels that he is entitled to the throne. Very arrogant, very sneaky, and very cunning. I really love the demeanor that he brings to Loki, and he just returns in all his glory, and it is exactly what we wanted. Not to mention, Owen Wilson is a great partner side by side with them. I think the two of them have a very great on-screen dynamic together. Owen Wilson as Mobius does a fantastic job of playing this agent that, you know, seems just kind of fine with where life is right now, but is maybe a little bit boring with the mundane day-to-day desk job type work that he typically does. So I'm super looking forward to the mixing of these two personalities as the series continues to go on, because episode 1, I felt it, but not as much. But by the time we hit episode 2, the chemistry between the two of them hit a very good stride, and I am so excited to see more of them on screen together. I think they have this very back and forth brother-like relationship, almost like Thor and Loki, but very different in the sense that there's this bit of trust from Mobius on Loki, but not as much. So I really love the acting dynamic between the two of them. I think it's starting to meld together really well. And not to mention, the god of mischief is up to some mischief. Another thing that really works is the score here. The score is absolutely incredible in this show. It is mysterious, it's kind of creepy, a little bit almost Twilight Zone-ish. I don't want to go that far, but just very out of the ordinary for the MCU. And this show really plugs itself in as something that is out of the ordinary, even more than WandaVision, which is weird to say that because I thought WandaVision was very out of the ordinary for the MCU, but this is a step in another direction in the out of the ordinary. So I love what they do with the genre bending here as well, and even giving us a sprinkle of the MCU of the last phase, but also throwing us right into this phase as well in episode 1. Don't want to go into too many spoilers, but we do get a couple of references to MCU before the phase 4, so we do get a little bit of a catch up. Again, I'm not gonna go into too many spoilers, but we do see some stuff. So guys, those things all work so well. The color palette of Loki, I really like the green cinematography. I really enjoyed what I saw, admittedly, especially the second episode just really elevates on everything from the first episode. I think the first episode, to me, might be the weakest of the 3 shows thus far. However, that second episode was very strong, and I think both WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier struggled a little bit in their second episode, whereas Loki actually did the opposite and picked up in that second episode, which is how you want to see a series progress. And I think that Loki is potentially going to just get better and better and better as the weeks go by. I thoroughly enjoy myself, and I know that this show is going to connect to the MCU on a much broader level than WandaVision and The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's going to open up a lot of doors to more possibilities. The time travel and the TVA that are involved in this are another really great touch as well. I think it treads on Marvel's lore that that isn't really touched on a lot. The TVA, time traveling, time variant alliance. I really think that they do such an incredible job of roping in that Marvel comic book lore without you feeling so much overwhelmed and feeling like, oh, I have to read a comic. Although I would suggest, and I'm going to dive into some Loki comics this weekend, I think they really make it digestible for someone who may not have even cracked open a single Marvel comic book. So they do a great job of incorporating lore. And then you got the actress from Lovecraft Country in this who plays Ruby. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but she was an incredible energy in Lovecraft Country. And I'm looking forward to her bringing that back here. She is very distrustful of Loki. She does not trust him at all, unlike Owen Wilson's character Mobius, who does seem to have a little bit of trust in Loki. She clearly does not at all, and it makes for a very interesting three-way dynamic between the three of them. So it really, really works, guys, and Loki's just really cool. It's mysterious. It feels different from the rest of the MCU, and it's going to really open some more portals to more possibilities. I'm really looking forward to how this will connect to the future of the MCU, and I just think that it is really off to a good start. But let's talk about, well, maybe it doesn't quite work about Loki. And there are a couple things with that first episode that just didn't really grip me as much. I kind of felt like we were thrown into the story and also explained as to what was going on, maybe far too much, a little over explaining there. And it just kind of took me out of the series a bit, kind of having to tread old waters for a while. And I know that they had to do that in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They didn't do it in WandaVision to set up a more mystery-like experience. But for Loki, it just really, I don't know, that first episode, guys, kind of dragged on for me pacing wise, and it just didn't really have me as roped in as interested as the second episode. But the second episode really does rope you into what's going on with the variants and what's going on with Loki. Again, I don't want to spoil. I want you guys to go ahead and see it, but that second episode really picks things up, whereas the first episode, I felt like I was treading tight waters. It was very not as enjoyable as the second one. The first episode was just, in my opinion, not too enjoyable, whereas I thought the opposite of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier and WandaVision. I thought their first episodes were really strong, and the second episode kind of dawdled a bit, especially in WandaVision, where it felt as though episode 2 could have just been a part of episode 1. So I really like where Loki is going so far. I can't say it is my favorite of the three so far. It is unfortunately my least favorite, but there's only been 2 episodes, so I can't judge fully yet. But I really love me some WandaVision. I don't think any of them are going to top WandaVision for me. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, though, I don't know, Loki might be coming for you, so watch out. But guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you're going to check out Loki, let me know how much you're anticipating from a scale from 1 to 10. And then if you have watched Loki already, what do you think so far? Is it your favorite of the MCU shows? Guys, I am seeing so many amazing comments about Loki so far. I'm seeing praise after praise. And guys, it definitely deserves it because I thoroughly enjoyed it, but just not my favorite of the 3 quite yet. But you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for your boy Leo Rydell. And we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.